الله الرحمن الرحيم. Excellent ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Now we are going to begin our last session. We firstly introduce the first speaker, who is Dr.Sung Hoon. If I don't pronounce it, please correct me. He's an associate professor of Hanyang University, Seoul, Korea. He is the MD Technical Company Seoul, Korea. He did his PhD degree in 1994 from North Carolina State University, USA. He got his MSc in 1990 in the same in North Carolina State University, USA, and he got also his BSc in 1984 from Han University, Seoul. Mr. Dr.Sung Hoon will present this first lecture, which is entitled "A Study of Multifunctional Properties of a Wool Textile Treatment with Nano-silver Polymer."
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today my topic is preparation and characterization of multifunctional wool textiles with nano-silver colloid. First, we need to know what is the nano-silver. That means we make a silver particles as a nanoscale size. That means 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer scale, that we call it the nano-sized silver. As you know, silver is a safety antibacterial agent to human body without mutative bacillus due to the tolerance. And if we use the nano-sized silver, only extremely small amount of nano-silver can inhibit the growth of the microorganisms on the textile material. However, the wool textiles are the proper media for the microorganism growth, and microorganisms can result in damage, skin irritation, and infection of wool product itself. So, in this research, we are trying to investigate the antibacterial and dermal irritation property of nano-silver colloids containing the sulfur compound, and also to characterize the antimicrobial and electrostatic property of the wool textile, which is treated with new nano-silver colloids. First, we have to know what is the antibacterial mechanism of silver. So antibacterial action, first step by step. First, it destruct of cell walls, and then prevent the regrowth and reaction of bacterial surface, like this. So pointer, okay. Please bear me, I didn't bring my pointer then. Okay, the AG, silver. The nano-sized silver, this AG has a very tiny amount of electrons. And this is the wall of the cell wall, and it charges as negative electronic. So both of has a reaction that shows, as you know, the bacteria it is regarded as a prokaryotic cell, then it has only plasma membrane. And inside the membrane, there is a nucleus, but it doesn't have any cell, any wall. So in this case, but the more innovative cell, like as eukaryotic cell, it has a nuclear membrane here. So the electronic reaction can destroy this cell wall here. Then the bacteria cannot regrow, and finally it dies. This is the normal internal structure of Colloids. So this is the normal state. But when you can see very tiny dots here around the bacteria cell, these are the nano-sized silver. And after you begin with react with the cell wall, you can see a gap here. The white line is the gap between the cytoplasm membrane and the cell wall. So it's separated. And finally, the silver reacts with the wall. The wall is cell walls disappear, and finally there is no wall, and it damages, seriously damages, and finally dies. So then, how can we prepare the nano-sized silver colloid? So there are three steps, three phases, and first phase, we dissolve the PVP and AKM60F in ethyl alcohol, and then separately we dissolve the silver acetate in ethyl alcohol also, and then it mixed, blended at the room temperature. And second phase, we need a reflux to reduce the silver ion at the reflux temperature. Then finally, we put the sulfur salt to make a Ag and sulfur complex at reflux operation. Then we call the nano-sized silver colloid is SNSE, as you can see here, SNSE. That means sulfur nano-silver in ethyl alcohol. Then first we have to know that the bacterial size of the SNSE itself. So this is the test method of antibacterial activity for the SNSE. We use the shake flask method, and then we treated SNSE to the old textiles. Then the test method is different as the SNSE itself, like this. So in this case, the SNSE, this is a non-silver particles in inoculum solution, and after we treated the old textile, the fabric or fiber or yarn sampled like this in the inoculum solution, and then capture the nano-silver from this material. And when we tested the antibacterial test, we used two kinds of bacteria, such as Staphylococcus aureus as a gram-positive, and coli, or sometimes we use the pneumonia for the gram-negative. And then we calculate the evaluate the antibacterial activity like this. So first, the number of bacteria on the control specimen after 24 hours, and B means the number of bacteria on sample specimen after 24 hours. So that means that equation shows us the percent value of reduction of bacteria. And normal irritation test of the SNSE is acute dermal irritation study of SNSE is we need the clinical signs and mortality and body weight changes and observations of application sites. The three kinds of tests is performed for this. And then finally we evaluated primary irritation index called shortly PII value. So the PII value is between the 0 to 0.5, then it regards as a non-irritating. And then until 2.0, so mildly irritating, and then as follows. Then how we prepare the wool textile with the SNSE is very simple. Then we use the wool samples from the provided by Sohan Corporation in Korea. They provide us fiber and work the yarn and woven and knitted fabric, as well as wool acrylic brand fabric. And treatment of fabric with nano-silver colloids is as follows. First, we prepare the nano-silver colloid bath, and the fabric is flowed like this. Then we squeeze the fabric to control the I'm sorry?
Pick up amount.
Yeah, pick up. Wet pick up to control the amount of the silver, and dry at the 140 Celsius and curing at the 120 Celsius. And for the most proven test with treated wool fabric, it is performed by like this method. Control and test specimens of known mass. The mass is very important in this case. Are placed in contact with the selected label for 14 days, for 2 weeks. And then we calculate the loss of weight by most eaten. So delta M is the most of weight decayed by most label. So we need this equation. And then another one is we need a visual assessment of proofing. So the score 1 means there's no detectable damage. For score A, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 values and A, B, C, D values like this. The electrostatic test is a well-known test method that used for this test. So you know that this is very normal test method. And also we measured the morphological observations of nano-silver colloids. We use the TEM microscope, and also the surface observations of fibers we need SEM microscope, and also silver particle analyze. We use the particle size analyze microtrap. This is the 10 photograph for the SNSE. The small particles you can see here, very small particles, universally dispersed in ethanol-based solution. But some these very big particles is agglomerated with observed. And also this is a result of microtrack, the distribution of size of nano-silver. And it shows us very narrow. The average diameter is 4.2 nanometers and the distribution is very narrow. That means the size is very uniform. And then the result of antibacterial activity of SNSE itself, the nano-silver colloids containing sulfide compound has an excellent activity of strong disinfection against two bacteria with extremely small amounts of silver. This table shows us we use two kinds of bacteria, aureus and coli, and also the silver content is only 3 ppm to the 50 ppm, and after just 5, the result is after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, only 3 ppm of silver content kills the aureus till 99.7% of bacteria. And the different bacteria as coli is already died and get rid of after 5 minutes at the 3 ppm concentration. And normal irritation results also show us these are the skin of the rabbit, the New Zealand rabbit. Individually, we cannot find out any irritation. So no detectable clinical signs and no body weight changes and no formation of erythema or edema. So the primary irritation index value is 0. So that means there is no irritation, no skin reaction. The fiber, the nano-silver particles on the wool fiber surfaces looking like this. This is the untreated regular wool fiber. You can see the small dot here, but this is not the silver. And we treated with the 100 ppm silver here. Very small dot is still not the nano-silver. Only this scale, the 30,000 magnification, we can see the silver particles like this. So, as I talked to you, the silver particles in the SNSE is 4.2 nanometers, but this is very larger than the 4.2 nanometers. That means when it dries, some agglomerated particles are observed. Okay. And wool fiber, the antibacterial activity, we use same bacteria, but the silver content is a little bit higher, and the working time is longer than 5 minutes. This is regular hour is 18. And then the result is like this. And if we use 5 ppm, then we can get the 99.9% of bacterial reduction in wool fiber. And also wool textile, the bacterial reduction ratio is very satisfied. So All of these are 20 ppm silver. Then yarn and woven fabric, and knitted fabric, and blended fabric. We are satisfied with the bacterial reduction ratio. Everything has higher than 99%. And most proofing property also, that's very interesting result. The larvae condition is we count the live things and pupations. Okay. The control is there are still 15 alive larvae is found, but at the specimen only one still remains, and the others have all died. And loss weight also the control. That means the most heat is the wound, so they lost like this milligrams, but at the specimen very small amount of loss weight. And visual assessment also we can evaluate 2A or 3C or 3D. So as you can calculate, the average loss weight is 40 milligrams for the control. But after we treated nano-silver, only 6.32 milligrams loss weight at the specimen. That means it works. Nano-silver also works as a waterproofing agent for the wool textile. And electrostatic propensity is very interesting result. Unexpected results you can get. As we know, the silver is the best conductive material for electricity, but in this case, we use only extremely small amounts of silver, only 30 ppm or 20 ppm, so it doesn't work as we expected. So silver content, until the 50 ppm, it increased in the wax direction or wax direction, both directions. The electrostatic voltage is increased, and then we use more the silver content, so more amount of silver, it decreased like this, but even we use 500 ppm, there is over the economical range. That means very expensive, in this case, very expensive. But however, we use such an amount of silver, it doesn't have it still have electrostatic in both wax side or wax direction. So from these results, I can make some conclusions. The first one is the SNSE is a nano-silver colloid having Ag and sulfur complex, whose average particle size is only 4.2 nanometers in ethanol base. The SNSE has perfect antibacterial efficacy with extremely small amount of nano-sized silver. And the nano-sized silver colloid is an innocuous and non-irritative solutions to the skin and the safe chemical agents of bacterial testing. And also, the treated wool fabric with the agents have predominant antibacterial activity and most proofing efficacy with a very small amount of nano-sized silver particles. And finally, the antiseptic property can be conferred by treatment with SNSE in high concentration of silver until 150 ppm on the wool fabric surface.
your excellent presentation. And now we may open the floor for one or two questions.